So I realized that in the grammar lesson for this unit, you were given some new patterns that you had to memorize. And because of that, since I don't want to overwhelm you with too many things to memorize at one time, inshallah, we won't have a sarf component in this unit because that grammar lesson for today uh, was similar to the kind of things that we're memorizing from the Sarf book, and I don't want it to confuse you. So just memorize the lesson from the book in Nahu, and then we'll pick up with the book in Sarf in our next unit. But for today, we'll move along straight to reading from Qisas al-Nabiyyin, the stories of the prophets. Picking up with the story of Yusuf. وفد إلى يعقوب ولما اتفقوا على هذا الرأي جاءوا إلى يعقوب. ولما, and when. So we've seen lamma many times, that it's a word that connects two things. When this happens, this happens. There's another way that lamma, another word or another way that lamma acts as well, but we'll learn that later. But generally, 99% of the time when you see lamma, it's going to have that meaning of connecting two events. When this event happens, the other one happens. وَلَمَّا اتَّفَقُوا. اتَّفَقَ means to agree upon something. In here, because we have that waw added at the end, this is a dhamir, marfu, muttasil. It's a dhamir that's connected to a verb, and it's marfu because it's the one that's doing the action. اتفقوا, they. When they agreed, ala, upon, هذا الرأي, this opinion. الرأي is an opinion. When they agreed upon this opinion, جاءوا, they came. So جاء means he came. جاءوا, they came. Here, this waw that's added at the end in the conjugation for whom, that's a ضمير مرفوع متصل إلى يعقوب. When they agreed upon this opinion, they came to Yaqub. وكان يعقوب يخاف على يوسف كثيرا. And Yaqub was very afraid for Yusuf. وكان يعرف, and he knew, أن الإخوة, that the siblings, يحسدونه, were jealous of him, وَلَا يُحِبُّونَهُ, and they did not love him. Here, again, we have examples of what we learned in our lesson today. Here, this is a dhamir, it's mabni, it doesn't change, it's always who, and this is the dhamir mansub muttasil. It's muttasil, it's connected to a verb, but here it's not marfu, it's not the one doing the action, it's mansub, it's the one the action is being done to. So yahsudunahu, they are jealous of him. He, this who here, meaning huwa, is the one that's the recipient of the action. وَكَانَ يَعْقُوبُ لَا يُرْسِلُ يُوسُفَ مَعَ الْإِخْوَةِ. And Yaqub used to not, لَا يُرْسِلُ, he did not send Yusuf مع الإخوة, with the siblings. Here this la, it is la النفي, the la of negation, meaning he doesn't do this. Not the la of النهي, the la of prevention, which is a command not to do something. And the way we know that is because, as we learned before, if it was the la النهي, the la of prevention, then it would make this medzum. La yursil would mean let him not send. But la yursilu, with the dhamma here, not being medzum, then that means he does not send. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ يَلْعَبُ, and Yusuf used to play مَعَ أَخِيهِ, with his brother. So here we have a case of a dhamir. It's muttasil, it's connected to the word, but this word is not a fi'al, it's an ism, so that dhamir here is actually the mudaf ilay, it's a dhamir majroor. مَعَ أَخِيهِ, the brother of him, his brother. وَلَا يَذْهَبُ بَعِيدًا, and he used to not go بَعِيدًا, very far. وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ يَعْرِفُونَ ذَلِكَ. And the siblings used to know that. وَلَكِنَّهُمْ, but they, عَزَمُوا عَلَى الشَّرِّ. They were determined upon evil or wrongdoing. Ash-sharr is evil. And azama is to make up one's mind or be determined about something. So azama here conjugated for hum, azamu. They were determined ala shar. They were determined upon evil. قالوا يا أبانا. They said, O our father. So here again, abana, this na here is a dhamir referring to nahnu. It's connected to the word ab, the word meaning father, and here that it has that meaning of the father of us or our father. So it is, connected to this ism in that mudaf and mudaf ilay construction, meaning that it is a dhamir muttasil majroor. Ya abana, لماذا لا ترسل معنا يوسف. O our father, لماذا, why, لا ترسل, you don't send, معنا, with us. Here again a dhamir muttasil and it's majroor because it's connected to a word with that meaning of with us. معنا, this harf ma'a. ماذا تخاف, what are you afraid of? هو أخونا, he is our brother. Again, we're seeing lots of examples of this dhamir majroor, الضمير المجرور المتصل. هو أخونا, he is the brother of us. So this is a dhamir in the case of being majroor because it's coming in this construction of meaning of. أخونا, the brother of us. Al-Aziz, the precious. هو أخونا al-Aziz, or beloved. وأخونا الصغير, and our little brother. وَنَحْنُ أَبْنَاءُ أَبْ. Abna here is the plural of ibn. So ibn is son. Here this is a jam'u taksir, a broken plural. We've changed the structure of it to make it into a plural. Abna, the sons. We are the sons or the children of ab, of a father. Meaning we all are the children of the same father. وَالْإِخْوَةُ دَائِمًا يَلْعَبُونَ جَمِيعًا. And siblings دائما, always. يَلْعَبُونَ, play, جَمِيعًا, all together. فلماذا لا تذهب نحن فلماذا لا نذهب نحن. So why do we not go, نحن, us, ونلعب, and play, جميعا, all together. أرسله معنا غدا, send him معنا, with us, غدا, tomorrow. يرتع ويلعب, he will enjoy himself and play. وإنا له لحافظون, and indeed we are له, for him, لحافظون, are protectors. One thing I didn't mention in the Nahwu lesson for today, I mentioned that the dhamir that is majroor, muttasil, that's in the case of being majroor and it's connected to another word. I mentioned the case of the mudaf and mudaf ilay, because that's the example that was given in the book, but also it can happen when that dhamir is connected to a harf, like la, lahu, for him. وَكَانَ يَعْقُوبُ شَيْخًا كَبِيرًا, and Yaqub was an old man. وَكَانَ يَعْقُوبُ عَاقِلًا حَلِيمًا, and he was intelligent, عَاقِلًا, he was someone that used his aql, his intellect. حَلِيمًا, he was forbearing. وَكَانَ يَعْقُوبُ لَا يُحِبُّ أَنْ يَبْعُدَ مِنْهُ يُوسُفُ, and Yaqub لَا يُحِبُّ, didn't love, أَنْ يَبْعُدَ, and to be far away from him. بَعُدَ, يَبْعُدُ, means for someone to go far away. So here it becomes mansub, like يَفْعَلَ, because of that أَنْ يَبْعُدَ مِنْهُ, to be far away from him, Yusuf. He didn't love for Yusuf to be far away from him. وَكَانَ يَخَافُ عَلَى يُوسُفَ كَثِيرًا, and he used to be very afraid for Yusuf. And then he says, as is mentioned in Quran, وَأَخَافُ أَنْ يَأْكُلَهُ الذِّئْبُ وَأَنْتُمْ عَنْهُ غَافِلُونَ, and I fear, أَخَافُ, that يَأْكُلَهُ, will eat him, الذِّئْبُ, wolf. وأنتم, and you all are عنه, from him, غافلون, are distracted from him, are not paying attention to him. قالوا, they said, أبدا, never. كيف يأكله الذئب? How will the wolf eat him? How will the wolf eat him? وَنَحْنُ حَاضِرُونَ, and we are present. وَكَيْفَ يَأْكُلُهُ وَنَحْنُ شُبَّانٌ أَقْوِيَاء, and how will he eat him when we are strong young men? وَأَذِنَ يَعْقُوبُ لِيُوسُف, وَأَذِنَ, and gave permission, Ya'qub gave permission, لِيُوسُف, for Yusuf, إِلَى الْغَابَةِ, to the forest. وَفَرِحَ الْإِخْوَةُ كَثِيرًا, and the siblings were very overjoyed. لَمَّا أَذِنَ يَعْقُوبُ لِيُوسُف, when Yaqub gave permission to Yusuf. وَذَهَبُوا إِلَى غَابَةٍ, and they went, ذَهَبُوا فَعَلُوا إِلَى غَابَةٍ, to a forest. وَأَلْقَوْا يُوسُفَ فِي بِئْرٍ فِي الْغَابَةِ, وَأَلْقَوْا, and they threw يُوسُفَ, they threw Yusuf, في بئر, in a well, في الغابة, in the forest. وَلَمْ يَرْحَمُوا يُوسُفَ, and they didn't show mercy to Yusuf, as-Saghir, the young Yusuf. Here, يَرْحَمُوا, لَمْ يَرْحَمُوا, that's on the pattern, لَمْ يَفْعَلُوا. So here we have a fi'al, مضارع, معلوم, and it is in the case of being مجزوم, because it has that harf of lam coming before it, that harf that makes the meaning of negation in the past tense. لم يرحموا, so يرحمون means they are merciful. لم يرحموا, they weren't merciful. وَلَمْ يَرْحَمُوا يَعْقُوبَ الشَّيْخَ الْكَبِيرَ, and they weren't merciful to Ya'qub, the old man. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ وَلَدًا صَغِيرًا, and Yusuf was a small boy. وَكَانَ قَلْبُهُ, and his heart was صَغِيرًا, was small. قلب is heart, قلبه, his heart. Here we have the ضمير المجرور المتصل, the ضمير that's in the pronoun in the case of being majroor, that's connected, because here it's the mudaf ilay, that meaning of. قلبه, the heart of him or his heart. وَكَانَتِ الْبِئْرُ عَمِيقَةً, and the well was عميقة, was deep. وَكَانَتِ الْبِئْرُ مُظْلِمَةً, and the well was dark. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ وَحِيدًا, and Yusuf was all by himself. وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ بَشَّرَ يُوسُفَ وَقَالَ لَهُ, but Allah بَشَّرَ, gave good news to Yusuf. وَقَالَ لَهُ, and he said to him, لَا تَحْزَنْ, don't despair, don't be sad. وَلَا تَخَفْ, and don't be afraid. إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَكَ, indeed Allah is with you. مَعَكَ, here الضمير المجرور المتصل, معك, with you. وَسَيَكُونُ لَكَ شَأْنٌ, and there will be for you a great matter. سَيَحْضُرُ إِلَيْكَ, يَحْضُرُ means to attend or to be present. سَيَحْضُرُ, soon will be present, إِلَيْكَ, or soon will come to you. الْإِخْوَةُ, the siblings. وَتُخْبِرُهُمْ بِمَا فَعَلُوهُ, and you will inform them with what they did. فَعَلُوهُ, here is a ضمير متصل, it's mansub, because it's the object of the action. فَعَلُوهُ, did it. بِمَا فَعَلُوهُ, with what they did. وَلَمَّا فَرَغُوا مِنْ شَأْنِهِمْ, and when they finished their matter. So فَرَغَ means to be done with something, or also it can mean for something to be empty, but here with the meaning they finished. وَلَمَّا فَرَغُوا, when they finished, مِنْ شَأْنِهِمْ, from their matter. وَأَلْقَوْا يُوسُفَ فِي الْبِئْرِ, and threw Yusuf in the well. اجْتَمَعُوا وَقَالُوا, they gathered together and said, مَاذَا نَقُولُ لِأَبِينَا, what will we say to our father? قَالَ بَعْضُهُمْ, some of them said, كان أبونا يقول أخاف أن يأكله الذئب. Our father used to say, I fear that a wolf will eat him. فنقول له صدقت. So we will say to him, صدقت. You were truthful. On that pattern, فعلت, from صدقة. يا أبانا, O our father, قد أكله. Indeed has eaten him. قد is a word that comes for the meaning of past tense and for emphasis. قد أكله. Indeed has eaten him. الذئب, the wolf. So here again, الضمير المتصل المنصوب. It's mansub because it's the one that the action is done to. أكله, ate him, and it's متصل, connected to the verb. وافق الإخوة على ذلك. The siblings agreed upon that. وقالوا, and they said, نعم, and yes. نقول له يا أبانا قد أكله الذئب. We will say to him, O our father, indeed has eaten him the wolf. Here you'll notice that I'm not, when I'm translating into English, it's very broken English because I'm trying to keep the order of the sentence as it is in Arabic so we know the meaning of each word. So when I say, نعم نقول له يا أبانا قد أكله الذئب, in well-spoken English, we would say, yes, a wolf ate him. But here, because I want to give the order of the sentence as it is in Arabic, we say, yes, we will say to him, O our father, indeed has eaten him a wolf. وقال بعض الإخوان, and some of the brothers said, ولكن, but, ما آية ذلك, what is the ayah, the sign of that? قالوا, they said, آية ذلك الدم, the sign of that is الدم, the blood, or blood. وأخذ الإخوة كبشا وذبحوه. The brothers took, أخذ, they took, كبشا, a ram, وذبحوه, and they slaughtered him. وأخذوا قميص يوسف وصبغوه, and they took the qamis, the shirt of Yusuf, وصبغوه, and they dyed it, or they not dyed it, but they colored it with the blood. وفرح الإخوة جدا, and the brothers or the siblings were very happy. وقالوا, and they said, الآن, now, يصدق أبونا, our father will believe. So صدق, يصدق, means to be truthful. صدق, with a shadda here, يصدق means to believe in the truthfulness of someone else. This pattern we will learn in the future in our Sarf lessons. أمام يعقوب, in front of Yaqub. وجاءوا أباهم عشاء يبكون. وجاءوا, and they came, أباهم, to their father, عشاء, at the night time, يبكون, crying. So baka means to cry. He cried. For fa'ala baka, the present tense. Yabki, in here this is conjugated for yaf'alun, so it's yabakun. Another case here where we have a fa'al that has a weak letter at the end, so we will learn how those conjugations work in the future. قالوا, they said, Ya abana, O our father, inna, indeed we, dhahabna, we went, nastabiqu, racing, وتركنا, and we left يوسف عند متاعنا, we left Yusuf with متاعنا, our things. متاع is like maybe you could say supplies or things that you use for nourishment. فأكله الذئب, and so the wolf ate him. وَجَاءُوا عَلَى قَمِيصِهِ, and they came, and upon his shirt, عَلَى قَمِيصِهِ, on his shirt, بِدَمٍ كَذِب, with blood that was untruthful blood. Meaning, this is describing the trick that they pulled. They put the blood of the ram on the shirt and pretended like it was the blood of Yusuf. وَجَاءُوا عَلَى قَمِيصِهِ بِدَمٍ كَذِب. They came with blood, with fake blood on the shirt of Yusuf. وَقَالُوا, and they said, هَذَا دَمُ يُوسُف, this is the blood of Yusuf. وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمْ يَعْقُوبُ نَبِيًّا, and their father Yaqub, he was a prophet. وَكَانَ شَيْخًا كَبِيرًا, and he was an old man, a wise old man. وَكَانَ أَعْقَلَ مِنْ أَوْلَادِهِ, and he was more intelligent than his children. Here, أَعْقَلَ is on that pattern like أكبر or أكثر is called ism tafdil, more than. He was أعقل, more intelligent than his children. وكان يعقوب يعرف أن الذئب إذا أكل إنسانا جرحه وشق قميصه. And Yaqub knew أن الذئب, that the wolf, إذا أكل إنسانا, when it eats a human being, جرحه, he wounds him, he tears his flesh, وشق قميصه, and he tears, وشق, to tear or to rip, to split apart, قميصه, he splits apart his shirt. وكان قميص يوسف سالما, and the qamis, the shirt of Yusuf, was saliman, it was in perfect condition. وكان مسبوغا, and it was colored في الدم, it was soaked in blood or colored with the blood. فعرف يعقوب, so Yaqub knew أنه دم كذب, that it was fake blood. وأن قصة الذئب قصة موضوعة, and he knew that the story of the wolf is a story that is made up. موضوع means something that is made up. From the fi'al وضع. وضع means to put something somewhere. So that a story is made up. قصة موضوعة, it's like somebody just came and put that story there, but it has no basis to it at all. And that's why a hadith that is a false hadith that has no asl to it, we call that a hadith mawdu'. It's as if somebody came and just placed it in the books of hadith, but it's not actually a hadith. فَقَالَ لِأَوْلَادِهِ, so he said to his children, بَلْ هَذِهِ قِصَّةٌ وَضَعْتُمُوهَا, he said, no, rather this is a story that you guys made up. وَضَعْتُمُوهَا, you placed it here, you just brought it from yourselves. It's not a true thing that happened. فَصَبَرٌ جَمِيلٌ, so beautiful patience, because Yaqub was very patient man and very intelligent and a great parent, that he knew there was no benefit at this point to arguing with his children. He just had to wait until they realized their mistake and learned from it. وَحَزِنَ يَعْقُوب, and Yaqub was sad. حَزِنَ, past tense, فعل, ماضي معلوم, with the meaning to be sad. وَحَزِنَ يَعْقُوبُ عَلَى يُوسُفَ, Yaqub was sad for Yusuf, حُزْنًا شَدِيدًا, a very intense sadness. He was very sad. So huzn here is the masdar of hazina. Hazina means he was sad. Huzn means sadness, the concept of sadness. وَلَكِنَّهُ صَبَرَ صَبْرًا جَمِيلًا, but he had a beautiful patience. He was patient, a beautiful patience. So sabara was patient. فَعَلَ فِعْل مَاضِي مَعْلُوم. Sabr is the masdar. Sabara, he was patient. Sabr, patience in general, and jameel, beautiful. Sabara sabran jamilan, he was patient, a beautiful patience. It's an awkward translation in English. If I wanted to just translate more just to the meaning, I would say he was patient in a beautiful way. But I want to get across the meaning of each of those words. Sabara, he was patient. Sabaran, a patience. Jamilan, that was beautiful. And in Arabic, this is a very nice construction to emphasize the way in that an action was done. Sabara sabaran jamilan. Yusuf fil bi'r, Yusuf in the well. وَرَجَعَ الْإِخْوَةُ إِلَى الْبَيْتِ, And the ikhwa, the siblings, returned, رجع فعل, to return to the house. وتركوا, and they left يوسف في البئر, and they left Yusuf in the well. وأكل الإخوة الطعام, and the ikhwa, the siblings, أكل, ate الطعام, the food. وناموا, and they slept على الفراش, upon the bedding. ويوسف في البئر, and Yusuf was in the well. ولا فراش ولا طعام, and there was no bedding, there was nowhere to sleep. ولا طعام, and there was no food. وَنَسِيَ الْإِخْوَانُ يُوسُف, and the brothers forgot Yusuf. So ikhwa means siblings, ikhwan means brothers. وَنَسِيَ, and forgot, the present tense, ينسى. So nasiya, he forgot, ينسى, he forgets or is forgetting. وَنَسِيَ الْإِخْوَانُ يُوسُفَ, they forgot Yusuf. وَنَامُوا, and they slept. Here conjugated for فَعَلُوا. This wow here is the الضمير المرفوع المتصل, the damir that is the one that's doing the action. ناموا, with the meaning of whom. وما نام يوسف, and Yusuf did not sleep. وما نسي أحدا, and he did not forget anyone. وبقي يعقوب يذكر يوسف, and Yaqub remained remembering Yusuf. وبقي يوسف يذكر يعقوب, and Yusuf remained remembering Yaqub. وكان يوسف في البئر, and Yusuf was in the well. وكانت البئر عميقة, and the bi'r, the well, was deep. وكانت البئر في الغابة, and the well was in the forest. وكانت الغابة موحشة, and the forest was wild, it was uninhabited by human beings, it was a place of animals. موحش. وكان ذلك في الليل, and that was in the night. وكان الليل مظلما, and the night was dark. من البئر إلى القصر, from the well to the palace. وكانت جماعة, and a group was تسافر, traveling في هذه الغابة, in this forest. There was a group traveling in this forest. وعطشوا, and they became thirsty في الطريق, in the path or along the path. وبحثوا عن بئر, and they searched for a well. Bahatha means to search. So bahatha, he searched. Bahatha, two men searched. Bahathu, whom the group of them searched. And the mudari', the present tense, is yabhathu, he is searching. Yabhathu, yabhathani, yabhathuna, until the end of it. Wara'aw, and they saw. So here, ra'aw, ra'a, we learned before, he saw. Ra'aw, here is for whom. Ra'aw, they saw. Bi'ran, a well. فَأَرْسَلُوا إِلَيْهَا رَجُلًا, so they sent إِلَيْهَا, to it. So here we have a ضمير المجرور المتصل, in the case of being majrur, because it's coming after this harf of إِلَى, and when إِلَى, you add to it a ضمير, you change it to إِلَيْ. إِلَيْهَا, to, literally to her, because this ha is the ضمير that corresponds to hiya. إِلَيْهَا, to it, and that's because bi'r is mu'annath, it's feminine. So they sent to it rajulan, a man, لِيَأْتِيَ لَهُمْ بِالْمَاءِ, to come, لَهُمْ, to them, بِالْمَاءِ, with water. جاء الرجل إلى البئر, the man came to the well. وأدلى دلوه, and he sent down his bucket. Dalwa is a bucket, and adla means to lower the bucket. Adla dalwahu, he lowered his bucket. وَنَزَعَ الدَّلْوَ, and he pulled out the bucket. وَنَزَعَ الدَّلْوَ, and he pulled out the bucket. فَإِذَا الدَّلْوُ ثَقِيلَةٌ, فَإِذَا, then at that point, الدَّلْوُ, the bucket, was ثَقِيلَ, it was heavy. وَأَخْرَجَهَا, and he brought it out. فَإِذَا فِي الدَّلْوِ غُلَامٌ, and then at that point, فِي الدَّلْوِ, in the bucket, was غُلَامٌ, a young boy. دَهِشَ الرَّجُلُ وَنَادَى, the man was surprised and called out. نَادَى, يُنادي, to call out. يَا بُشْرَى هَذَا غُلَامٌ, oh good tidings. Ya Bushra, just like an expression of amazement. Ya Bushra, هذا غلام. This is good news. This is a boy. وفرح الناس جدا وأخفوه. And the people, meaning the people that were with him, were very happy. وأخفوه. And they hid him. ووصلوا إلى مصر. And they reached, we learned wasala before, here conjugated for whom, وصلوا إلى مصر, to Egypt. وقاموا في السوق ونادوا. And they stood في السوق, in the market, ونادوا, and they called out, من يشتري هذا الغلام. Who يشتري will buy هذا الغلام, this boy. من يشتري هذا الغلام. Who will buy this boy. اشترى العزيز يوسف بدراهم معدودة. اشترى العزيز, the Aziz, the minister, bought Yusuf بدراهم, with some dirhams, معدودة, numbered, a specific amount, meaning not very many. Here, darahim is on that pattern, masajid, one of the patterns of Jam'u Taksir that we learned previously. وَبَاعَهُ التُّجَّارُ وَمَا عَرَفُوا يُوسُفَ. وَبَاعَهُ, and sold him. Ba'a is he sold. يَبِيعُ means he sells, the present tense. وَبَاعَهُ, and sold him. التُّجَّار, the sellers, the people that do business, the business people. التُّجَّار, sold him. وَمَا عَرَفُوا يُوسُف, and they didn't know Yusuf, they didn't realize who he was. وَذَهَبَ بِهِ الْعَزِيزُ إِلَى قَصْرِهِ, and the minister left ذهب به, with him, إلى قصره, to his palace. وقال لامرأته, and he said to his wife, أكرمي, أكرمي يوسف, honor Yusuf, إنه ولد رشيد, indeed he is a wise boy. الوفاء والأمانة. Al-wafa means to the fulfillment of something, like the fulfillment of promises, the fulfillment of oaths. Wal-amanatu, and the trust. وراودت امرأة العزيز يوسف على الخيانة. Rawada is to try to tempt somebody, or to seduce. The wife of the Aziz, of the minister, tried to seduce Yusuf, or call Yusuf to khiyana, to basically cheating. وَلَكِنَّ يُوسُفَ أَبَى, but Yusuf, أَبَى, he refused. So أَبَى is a past tense verb meaning to refuse. يَأْبَى is the present tense form. وَقَالَ, and he said, كَلَّا, no way. أنا لا أخون سيدي, I will not betray سيدي, my master. So Sayyid here means master of someone, and the ya here is that ضمير المجرور المتصل corresponding to أنا. Here سيدي, my master. إنه أحسن إلي وأكرمني, indeed he أحسن, he was, he did well, إلي, to me, وأكرمني, and he honored me. So here again we have the ya with the meaning of ana, but here it is mansub, because it's the one that the action is being done to. It's muttasil, is connected to a verb, meaning it's the object of the verb. Akramani, he honored me. And here we have that noon that protects the ya, so that we can keep the haraka on the meme. Because if we didn't have that noon there, we couldn't say akrama, you wouldn't be able to say it. So either you would have to get rid of that haraka on the meme, would say akrami, which wouldn't work. So instead we put the noon there, so we can say akrama, he honored me. Inni, indeed I, akhafullah, I fear Allah. وغضبت امرأة العزيز وشكت إلى زوجها. The wife of Aziz was angry, وشكت, and she complained, إلى زوجها, to her husband. وعرف العزيز أن المرأة كاذبة. And the Aziz, he knew أن المرأة, that the woman, كاذبة, was a liar. وعرف أن يوسف أمين, and he knew that Yusuf was trustworthy. فقال لزوجه, so he said to his wife, إنك كنت من الخاطئين, indeed you have been from amongst those those that sin, the people who do wrong. وعرف يوسف في مصر بجماله. Here it was a good time to practice what conjugation this is. So we just saw عرف, he knew. Here we have عرف. So this is the conjugation for فعل ماضي معلوم. Here we have فعل ماضي مجهول فعل, with the meaning of it was done. So عرف, he was known. Yusuf was known في مصر, in Egypt, بجماله, for his beauty. وإذا رآه أحد قال, and whenever anyone saw him, they would say, ما هذا بشرا, this is not a human being. إن هذا إلا ملك كريم, this is not إلا except ملك, an angel, كريم. واشتد غضب المرأة وقالت ليوسف. The ghadab, the anger. Here this is the masdar from ghadiba. Ghadiba, he was angry. Ghadabun is anger itself. واشتد غضب المرأة. The anger of the woman became more intense. وقالت ليوسف, and she said to Yusuf, إذن, in that case, تذهب إلى السجن, you will go to the prison. قال يوسف, Yusuf said, السجن أحب إلي. The prison is أحب, is more beloved, إلي, to me. وبعد أيام رأى العزيز أن يرسل يوسف إلى السجن. And after some days, رأى العزيز, the minister saw to send Yusuf to the prison. وكان العزيز يعرف أن يوسف بريء. And the minister knew that Yusuf was bari, he was free from sin, he was innocent. وَدَخَلَ يُوسُفُ السِّجْنِ, and Yusuf entered the prison.